What is up, guys? It's Nick Torius again, back with another video, and I'm gonna be talking about making moves and how to make them, right? So let's smash that like button, comment what you think about the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So I was gonna say move making, right? Move making, the art of move making. I should make that into a book. If I ever see anyone call it the art of move making, I'm gonna assume you copy me. You still from here. But yeah, so making moves, right? What does it mean to make moves? Let's say you're playing chess, right? Let's use chess for an example. In chess, you gotta make a move, right? You're gonna use a knight, make an L. You're gonna use a rook, go straight. Use the queen, diagonal, all over the place, or what? What are you gonna do, right? There's a lot of people that say, because this is coming from an interview I watched, right? Some dude was like, oh, people say like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, da da da. Like I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking about doing this. Like, are you making moves when you're thinking? I don't know. To be honest, you know what? Now I think about it. Thinking can be a move, right? Because I was gonna use the analogy, if you're thinking in chess, you're not making a move. The move is the move, right? It's not the thinking, it's not the contemplating, the pondering, whatever. It's the actual moving, right? So how do you make moves, right? One thing is, like, do you need money to make moves? Do you need to know people to make moves? What do you need to do to make moves, right? To make a move, you have to just have a plan in set, right? You gotta have your whole plan set up. Like the way I always do it is I always just think like, what do I want, right? Like I always think of the end outcome. Because if you think of the end first and you visualize the end, it's a lot easier to it's a lot easier to move, right? Because you know where you're going. They always say that men have a direction, right? So as a man, you must always have a certain direction that you're moving to. That's why the male sign is in the shape of an arrow, because it's a direction, right? It's pointing the way where to go. So you always want to have a direction that you're going to, right? That's why you have to make moves. What's the best way to make moves is people, obviously. You know, like we live in a people society. We live in a society where people have to work with people, and that's the only way that we make money, right? Because I've been looking up into a lot of cryptocurrency and all that stuff, and NFTs and all this stuff. Like I've been just like looking into it, and one thing that I didn't understand about it was because in my knowledge of how money is made, is that like what I learned is that money is made because people provide service for other people, right? Like if you're helping someone, then you make money, right? So I'm looking into these NFTs and the cryptocurrency, most of the NFTs, right? Because now I pretty much understand NFTs, but then at the same time I don't, because I don't understand. Like at first I didn't understand how an NFT was helping somebody, right? Like how is it that buying this little piece of art for $180 million is gonna help anybody? Like I still see it, like, you know, and all the videos about NFTs too, they always say the same thing. Like, how is it that this piece of art is, you know, because you could just screenshot it. Like you could, like, I've been looking at all the animated ones, and it's like, okay, I can just screen record it. Like, why is this worth anything? You feel me? So it's like, what is the value in this? I don't understand. And it made me, you know, like it made me just question everything I knew basically about money, because, you know, like I always help people, and then when I help people I get paid for it, right? So it's like, what is it that these NFTs are doing to help people, right? I mean, I get it now is because it's like, it's just like a token for the like Ethereum or whatever. Like I mean, if you want to help me understand NFTs better, by all means, comment out everything you know about NFTs in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to learn that shit. But what does this have to do with making moves, right? I don't remember. But basically, if you want to make a move, just move, right? Like money, M-O, money comes when you make moves, M-O, right? Because money is currency. Currency is in a flow. A flow is always in motion. If you stop, you're not in the flow, right? I hope that's worth you investing time watching this video, because it's very important. Because making moves is what moves you to the next level, right? Life is all about levels. You start your first level, go to school and all that stuff. You go to the next level, living on your own. Go to the next level, becoming rich. Go to the next level, getting richer, whatever. That's how life is. So it's always about moving to the next level. So you gotta make moves, right? If you don't know, like let's say you live in a small town, you got the internet. Just hit people up, you feel me? Just move, just hit people up, and then just have your plan. There was this dude I interviewed, right? And he explained to me how what he does is he makes like a web, right? He makes a web of all the people that he knows, and he just writes down what do they do, and then he puts down like what he needs and what he wants in life, and he's very successful, right? He writes down what he needs, and he writes how, and he like basically connects the dots on how these people can help him get to where he needs to go. Because you know, like if you're watching this, you're most likely a nice guy, right? Like if you watch my channel, because I mostly give like advice, and dudes that aren't nice guys don't be looking at no advice on YouTube. So there's a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, right? And one of my problems, because I've always been a nice guy all my life, one of my problems was that I would always try to do everything by myself, right? Like I would never delegate. I would always want to be the one that has all the credit. I would just want to be the one that does everything by myself, right? And in the book, it addresses that and says like, oh, you know, the nice guy he always wants all the credit. He wants to do everything by himself. But the thing is that like when you do everything by yourself, you don't get to that next, like you can't get to certain levels without a team. Like Kevin Leary, the dude from Shark Tank, he says, I'd rather have 30% of a cooked pie than 100% of an uncooked pie, right? And ever since I heard that, it made me realize like, dang, you know, in order to get to where you need to go, you do need to have help, right? You need a team. You really do need a team to get to where you want to go. So if you're making moves, just know where you want to go. Get people together that you know do the things that you need. Like let's say you're a rapper, right? You know you need videos, you know you need cover art, you know you need promotion, you know you need an agent, you know you need a manager, you know you need someone that gets you shows, all this stuff. You know you need all that stuff, like a studio engineer, producer. You need all this stuff. Get all that stuff and connect the dots and find people who's doing that stuff, and then you're gonna have a solid team. You feel me? And then you just go from there, brainstorm, create a mastermind, just get to that next level. That's pretty much it for this video. Let's get this video to 2K likes. Subscribe if you're new. Comment what you want me to talk about in the next video. If you have any questions, just ask me a question. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.